Well, hi everyone. Today I received the book that I said I was going to make as a lasting memory when I was on the workshop with Mali Davies, and unfortunately my good friend Alan passed away on the same day that I was down taking the photographs. And as I'd said, Alan was a keen photographer and very keen of woodlands and trees, so I wanted to create this book as a memory of my day down in the Lake District, and the final day that Alan passed away, to be finally resting in peace. So I've created this book in his memory. So this is the front cover, and I'll just open up the book and take you through all the rest of the images that I've got in this. Okay, so I'll just open this up here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is just what I've got here. I've just got the Lake District in Borderstone. On Saturday the 2nd of March 2024, I booked a one-to-one with Mali Davies, a photographer I first came across on Kim Grant's podcast, at Photographic Connections, of whom I'm a member. Mali's enthusiasm and passion for nature and woodland photography captivated me, and at that point I promised myself I would connect with him on a workshop. On this day we had the most spectacular conditions with snow, fog and light, and for me it was the best combination of the elements I have experienced in a few hours. Later on in that day, my good friend Alan Brooks had passed away and was finally resting in peace. I have created this book in Alan's memory, as he was also a keen photographer and lover of woodland and trees. So I'll just take you through each of the pages. It's a book that was from Sil Digital, and I've put it on some nice glossy paper. I'm going to see how that comes out. I'm sorry, I'm getting a wee shadow cast from my tripod leg, but I'm not an expert in this lay flat stuff, so I'll just page through each of them and just let you have a look at the images that I've created. I did share on the themes page, you know, for the photographs. So this was just the one on the left. It was just absolutely beautiful in the morning, the way that the fog just came in, and I just love this tree, you know, and it's getting a wee bit of separation now, and it's just standing out there in the, you know, in the conditions. And the same with the one on the right, where I just loved the way that the fog again came in and caught catching the top of I created the silver birch trees at the top, and then the fog with other trees just disappearing into the distance on the hillside. Just beautiful. It's lovely seeing your images, as we all know, when you actually get them printed off or put in a book. It just brings everything to life, and I just love this with the, you know, with kind of the vertical coming across the frame with the birch trees and all the hues in them, and then in the background you can just maybe not see it close up, but you know, there's the trees just on the other side of the hillside. And this silver birch on the left, it was just myself and Mali were just, it was just, words couldn't express the emotions that we were both feeling at that time, because it was down by the side of a valley, and the sunlight just suddenly came over and just caught basically it was all the dew on the tree in the morning, but with the glow from the sun catching those, it was like little crystals. But the pair of us were just couldn't believe it, and so managed to create that image, just that lovely soft feeling. And then there's another one just to the right, just another silver birch tree, getting nice, you know, with the fog behind it, so you get the separation. Just get an idea that the surrounding land all around it with the rocks and things. It's just a rather lovely scene. And then this image on the left, again, I call this one emerging, because it's just like the trees are just emerging, you know, as I come out of the fog. The one in the centre, the most, you know, coming out of the fog, and you can just barely just catch the other ones coming out. And just to the top right, that's just where the light for the sun was just starting to come down and break down the mist. And the one on the right, this was again, you know, this is one of the reasons I wanted to get a 400mm lens, was to pick out small elements in the landscape, and these were, again, another cluster of silver birch trees on the side of the fell, and the way that the clouds were just kind of dissipating and coming in, and just like the way that it, you know, they just come bursting out of with the luminance out in the middle of the image there. Again, this was another cracker. I mean, it was, when we were actually walking up, Mali said, this is normally a set of trees that I take people to, but at that time there was no light and it was just kind of flat. But later on, I spotted, looking back down, that the mist was coming in and a wee bit of sunlight was coming through and just giving a wee bit of glow to the land on the hill that they're sitting on. But it's just the way it's come out in the book is just amazing, and I just absolutely love it. And this is just to show how quickly the conditions were changing. On the left, again, this was another outcrop of rocky featured land with the silver birch trees. But in the first image, you can just see with the fogs just more or less just you've got that little section in the middle of the frame, but the fog in the higher levels just giving that complete separation and letting them stand out. And the image to the right is just showing you, some time later when that fog had dissipated. But you still see the silver birch trees, but it just shows the same scene within, I can't remember the time, but within a short space of time, how much that the whole thing has actually changed. And this was just, we were walking back down to go back down towards the car park, and we suddenly saw on this side of the fell with all these birch trees, the light, it was just, words can't describe it. But then the sun disappeared and we thought, we've missed it. But we thought, we'll hang about again, just see, and then it popped again. And I mean, it's just, if you just look at the image, you can just see all the, it's just amazing. Words, I'm struggling for words, to be honest. It's just, and seeing it in a book's even better than looking at it on a monitor. And again, just another one, a birch tree, again, just a nice little soft, orangey kind of hue, again with the sunlight just dissipating into that fog and just bring a wee bit of luminance into that birch tree. And this is just going back, the one on the right, again, it's just going back to that area where I had the photos on a couple of pages back. But again, I just loved it. And in this one, you've got the spindly birch just in the foreground, maybe a wee bit obstruction, but again, I just liked it so much. I just ignored anything to do with distracting elements. I just thought it's just a nice memory of the day that we were there. And this was again using the telephoto lens. This is in the lower slopes across the other valley. And it's just all the different arrangements of trees, the hues, the colours, and the luminance, and it's just absolutely amazing. And it filled the whole 2 pages with this one. This one really, I remember saying to Mali, look at the hole in the middle as the 2 silver birch trees are leaning into each other. And again, just like little pearls, with the dew on the trees in the morning. But I was really drawn. It's almost like the theme that we had with the trees, where they're connecting with one another, and it's almost like they're trying to reach over to one another. With that gap in the middle, and trying to me, they were like that's what they're trying to connect, to close that gap, to have a complete bond with one another. And just more of using the birch trees in the foreground with the fells and the misty conditions, atmospheric look in the background over them, and to the one to the left, and again the one to the right, again that's just using the benefit of the compression you get with a long focal length, because it really, looking at it in the book, that tree is really popping out at me because of the diffused and softened background on the fells being pulled right in but out of focus, and you've just got all this tree is like, it was, to me, I'm going to call it standing tall, because that's the other birch trees that were lower below it, and I just liked the way that this one was reaching all the way out. And this was moving on, later in the day, so it was coming in and out all the time, and this was moving to the point where we were starting to get some snow. So again, the telephoto lens and just utilising that focal length to get the profile that the hill or the fell, but just this line of trees. It's almost like they're an army of trees marching down the hill slopes. Again, just the fog interacting with the landscape on the left. Again, just you can just almost see it, from the foreground to the background, just more and more fading away into the fog. And this one here, this is the last image in the book on the right, and this was just actually late in the day. Mali was away by this time, and I had gone back up again, and I just wanted to, this shows the whole, just to show off the area with the dry stone dyke and the silver birch trees scattered about, another mixture, and the fells in the background and a bit moody sky behind. So now I'll show you. I mean, this is the sort of texture I went for. It's kind of got this kind of woody effect. I can bring it up and have a look, and then spin it around, and I'll just come in here. A lasting memory, and then just that tree. But I've given it just a wee bit different. I thought it's nice metallic, kind of cover and spine. But yeah, that was it. So I think I would say if anyone's thinking about doing it, look out for Sol Digital. I think quite often I seen the offer on Instagram, and you apply, and I got a £100 voucher, so that came to £123 including postage. So really, when you look at the quality you're getting for that, I think it's absolutely wonderful. But I'll leave that with you, and I hope you like to try to do a presentation like this. It's not my normal thing, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. Okay folks, bye.